Have a good day and Merry Christmas.
If you stopped at the Sam's Club in Bossier City,
Oh, you got laryngitis, don't you?
you've probably heard the bell and seen the smile of Earl Hedges
Thank you. Have a good day and Merry Christmas.
as he stands by the front entrance seeking donations. Earl knew months ago he'd be in Louisiana with a bell in hand.
I messaged the major and said, hey, I have my bus ticket. This is the day I'm coming in. Can you make sure that there's a bed for me at the shelter?
Homeless in Tucson, Arizona, Earl pledged to come to Shreveport and did.
I was able to get a paid bell ringer position and working this season to save money to try to get me a place here in Shreveport and try to rebuild my life.
His motivation? Helping the nonprofit that's always been there for him at the lowest points in his life.
Every year that I find myself homeless and destitute, I usually, am able to find a local Salvation Army willing to help me, get back.
Because these
you're
donations help
welcome.
more than people realize.
Here's a candy cane, sir. This is their budget for next year. So the more we collect, the more funds they have available to help others. And that's really what this is about.
How you doing today?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Blessed and highly favored. That's how Earl describes his situation. But he's optimistic about what lies next for him.
I'm hoping to be able to get a job. I'm hoping to be able to get a place to live. And I hope that next year, I won't need to be paid bell ringing. I hope that I'll be able to volunteer.
But he knows right now God's led him right where he needs to be. Maranda Whittington,
Have a good day. Merry Christmas.
KSLA News 12. It might just seem like another intersection in Shreveport, with cars passing through. But for Megan Maines, this intersection is a place that took someone precious from her.
She was full of personality, beautiful, blonde-headed, blue-eyed little girl.
Chloe Maines loved her bows, plenty of sparkles, and a good pair of boots. But her life changed forever at the intersection of Sophia Lane and Uri Drive on Monday, November 12th.
I went to turn, I didn't see that car, and 5 seconds after turning, we got hit. And we kind of jolted back and forth, and then we just went off into the ditch.
Megan was attempting to turn onto Sophia Lane when a car traveling down Uri Drive hit their car. After they were hit, another driver rushed to help.
He had rolled his window down, and I was pointing to my back seat, and I thought I was screaming, but I wasn't, and nothing was coming out of my mouth.
Megan's 1-year-old son Jace was in the back seat and only suffered a scratch to his head, while 5-year-old Chloe experienced significant damage to her spinal cord.
They told us that, she wouldn't move, she wouldn't open her eyes, nothing. She was in a coma pretty much, is how she was going to be until she passed away.
It was Chloe's 5th birthday when the crash happened. The next day, as her family was praying over her, Chloe opened her eyes.
She tried to talk to us. She tried to tell her daddy that she loved him. She'd look over at him and he'd say, Daddy loves you. And she'd look over at me and I'd say, I love you. And I'd tell her, I wouldn't tell her that she was in an accident. I was just telling her that she had been hurt, but everything was going to be okay.
Megan was able to sleep with Chloe that night, and then early Wednesday morning on November 14th, Chloe Maines passed away.
It was hard. Just seeing her, her eyes were open, they were open. She had tears in her eyes. And as a mom, you wonder, what was she thinking? And I'll never know.
These last couple of months have been difficult for Megan and her family, but they've worked hard to make sure Chloe's presence is always with them.
The love that you have for your kids, it's no less or no more. It's just a different kind of love. And Chloe was like my backbone.
So Megan knew she had to do something when it came to this intersection.
Whenever it's green both ways, the speed limit's 50. Most people are driving 10 miles over the speed limit, so you're doing 60 going down the road. What if a kid's walking across the street or, just like us, we're turning?
Currently, there's no turning signal at the intersection of Sophia Lane and Uri Drive. So in December, she reached out to the district traffic engineer for the Louisiana Department of Transportation requesting one.
I told him the situation, told him what happened, told him what I wanted to be done. And he told me that it would take a long time. It would take several months to process it.
But last Friday, Megan received an email from that engineer saying they would be adding a turning signal to that intersection.
I was so thankful. It took a big weight off of my shoulders because I still haven't gone that way since the accident. I can't go that way. And I just feel like a turn-in signal is going to help a lot more people. This is how her dresser was set up. I had her happy birthday stuff still here from November.
Chloe's room hasn't changed one bit, and her family talks about her and feels her presence every single day.
You know, all this stuff is everything she played with.
Megan has lost one of the most precious things in her life, but her daughter's death has become her motivation to create change, one turn signal at a time.
But I hope that me getting my word out and my testimony and getting a turn-in signal put up, I hope that it helps to change people's mindset on a lot of things. You know, that's what I really hope for.
Inside Monjuni's on Louisiana Avenue in Shreveport, you'll find a group of smooth-talking
Oh yeah, man, I'm a mushroom freak. Love mushrooms.
Romeos.
$9 for that shrimp. We're called the Romeos. It's retired old men eating out. Another phone that got back to this one. Yeah, that's the only thing I use.
Every second Thursday of the month, founder Ken Toff will coordinate and find a place for this group to meet and eat. It's a tradition Ken started elsewhere.
I did it over in Dallas. I did it up at the courthouse in Benton when I was a deputy sheriff for Sheriff Dean.
And members like Bradley Bearden really enjoy it.
It gives us a chance to, talk about families, talk about, work, I say, or, being at home and doing things.
They're sure to catch a few looks and stares.
People like it, they ask, what are y'all? Romeos. Romeos, look. No, retired old men, and then we show them the back of the shirt.
But for Ken, the concept is simple. It's about bringing people together.
Our country is so divided now, it is unreal. And this is one little way I feel I'm going to unite people to bring everybody together.
All right, here you are, sir.
Chicken fly high, chicken fly low, chicken fly low.
And as long as they can, the Romeos will enjoy these hangouts.
I love the guys and I love doing it. Yeah, it's nothing I don't want pat on the back or it's just something that needs to be done, period.
With lunch at Monjuni's coming to an end, you'll never know where these Romeos might pop up for their next meal.
I thought we'd go Gibbons next.
And I refuse to even change the frame because this is when my mom was just in her world of greatness.
Demesia Callier Fitzroy loves this photo of her mother, Benny. Benny loved to go to church, dress up, and wear the best lipsticks, but Demesia admits her mother is not the same woman.
That was a pivotal point for me, is when the paranoia and the repetition set in.
Those signs caused Demesia to take her mother to the doctor.
He said, do you know what year it is? And she said, sure. And he said, well, tell me what year it is. And she said 1975, and it was 2009.
And that was the year Benny was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
My eyes were just in tears because I'm talking to her every day. I'm talking to her every day, and I'm seeing, yes, she's repeating things, but in my mind, surely you know what today is and all that good stuff.
Demesia has been helping her mother for more than a decade, but always wished for more help.
Whatever you can do to try to help that loved one that will not cause them any more pain that they're going through, you're going to try it. I am anyway.
Some people are hopeful olive oil could do the trick. Local startup company Oleolive is studying and developing oleocanthoid, found in extra virgin olive oil, to treat and possibly cure Alzheimer's.
We're thinking that our compound has a lot of promise for clearing amyloid beta from the brain and reducing the risk of Alzheimer's disease.
Doctors Amal Kadumi, along with Khalid El Sayed, spent 10 years studying oleocanthoid in a laboratory at the University of Louisiana Monroe before they partnered up with Kylie Grant, Elena Gray, and James Cardelli in 2017 to create their company. They recently won a federal grant for $350,000 to study the safety and efficiency of their product in animals.
We absolutely rely on external sources of funding to move this type of research forward.
That is big.
David Smith is the executive director of the Entrepreneurial Acceleration Program here in Shreveport. He helps local startups in the North Louisiana area and discovered Oleolive a while back.
We started looking at it and we said, oh my gosh, okay, this can be patented, this can be licensed, and we think there is a market.
Smith believes helping a startup like Oleolive is not only a good thing for them, but also for our area.
They go out and win a government grant, all of a sudden that starts validating the process, and that's what we want. That's money coming into North Louisiana for innovative technology startups.
Cardelli says people can take olive oil now, but
most of the products in stores around Shreveport are not really extra virgin olive oil.
So Oleolive imports the oil from Greece. You would have to take 3 tablespoons every day, so Oleolive is working to create a powder that would be easier for people to take.
Being a laboratory scientist is fun and engaging, it's difficult at times, but you never really can take that into a commercial space and actually help people. With this company, we think we can actually do that.
For Themisia, she's hopeful for answers.
To know that there's something in place now that's a possibility is wonderful.
But until then, Themisia will continue to help her mother fight this disease no matter how hard things get.
We just continue to take it one day at a time because I truly depend on God, because even now, I have to say that we're blessed.
This small crew is spending Christmas making a big meal.
We come in and get the food prepped and everything, and we serve lunch and we serve dinner for those that live in the shelter.
Cooks and volunteers were up cooking since 6 this morning, preparing lunch and dinner for the homeless who stay in the Salvation Army's Merkel Center of Hope.
I get a chance to get in the kitchen. I don't call it cooking, I call it creating. I get a chance to get in here and really just create and knock it out of the ballpark.
That, along with giving back, is a big reason Michael Johnson enjoys spending his Christmas cooking meals.
It's nothing more pleasant and loving to give to the public, you know, to our residents and everything. I love to see the smile on their face.
Root salad. Is that gorgeous? Over 50 people will enjoy 2 hot meals this Christmas. But for this kitchen staff, doing the work of the Lord is the best gift they love to give.
It's just helping people, doing the service of God. And this is what we're supposed to do, be servants for Him, to serve those that are in need.